Welcome, I'm Cassandra, and this is your general and love forecast for June 2018. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. So, without further ado, let's jump in. Okay, for our first card, this is Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Moons, and Aquarius Risings. We have the Six of Swords. So, this would definitely indicate that you guys are moving away from a situation in which there was a loss of some sort. Sometimes this can be upsetting family conditions. Sometimes this can be a job situation that's not worked out so great. Sometimes there can be unhappiness within the home life, the living arrangements, circumstances. Now, most of all with this card, this is a card of us going through a healing process, healing from the loss that we've been through. And we are setting off, so we're moving towards the shore. And on the other side where the shore is, where we are headed, there is our peace. So ultimately, we are dealing with this loss, we are healing from it, and we are finding our peace. Now, a lot of times this can be done more so in the mind. So sometimes the loss can be more of in our mind frame, maybe the way we're looking at things. For some of us, this could be actually going through some sort of loss or some sad circumstances that surround the work life, the home life, family life, personal life. So, it is clarified by the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords, this is you, Aquarius, male or female, okay? So, thankfully, she comes in the upright position, so she is favoring logic, reasoning ability, and all of her positive traits are coming out. So, very sharp mind, very analytical. She's a very keen observer of people. She has very strong character, but also a woman that has seen plenty of hardships, and she knows how to handle those types of situations. She knows how to handle, dealing with loss and all of those types of things. She just knows how to deal with those difficult human situations, so to speak. But yeah, this is very positive, so it definitely shows that you guys are making a wise choice and healing and moving away from a loss towards finding your peace. Okay, so this would be the circumstances. So we have the Magician. So this is a very positive card. This is a card of having some creative talents, or this could just be speaking about having talents, abilities. But most of all, this card is about manifestation. Manifesting that which we desire. So we have an intention, we set it out into the universe, and we expect it, and we know that we will receive it, and it will happen. And another aspect of this card is we are definitely utilizing our skills and our abilities, and our use of power is being utilized the proper way, since the Magician is in the upright position. So this is very good. Okay, so it's clarified by the Three of Swords in the reversed position. So some of you have definitely been through a situation in which there was maybe a heartbreak, For some of you, this could have been a relationship that might have severed. There could have been unfaithfulness involved in the relationship. There could have been a separation that could have almost made you feel like you might have been abandoned. Sometimes there can be a bit of cruelty in regards to this as well. Now, this doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. For some of you, this could be indicating that perhaps maybe a friend or a family member or a coworker, maybe they hurt your feelings. Now, with the Magician here, we have the ability to make things right. But maybe we have found our inner magician after we have arose out of this situation. We rose out of this difficult situation and you're healing from it. And maybe you've found your own ability to manifest. Maybe through this situation you learned the correct use of power. Because in the upright position, there is no manipulation other than setting our intention out there and manifesting. Now, when it's in the reverse position like so, this is where an improper use of power can come into play, and, you know, manipulating the energy in the wrong way. You know, manipulating the energy to potentially hurt others. So, again, you know, this is in the positive aspect here since it's upright. So perhaps maybe some of you have found that it's a lot easier to manifest what you want. And maybe you learned this because of this heartbreak, this upset that you may have experienced with a spouse, a significant other, a friend, a family member, a co-worker. No matter what it is, it leads you to truly being able to see your own skills, your own abilities, and you're using them the proper way. And there is no ill will, so that is good. What's that saying? Crisis brings out the humanity in all of us. Yeah. Okay, so this would be the focus. So we have the Knight of Coins. So the focus is on things of a financial nature. So some of you could be focused on finding out you have gotten a job. Maybe some of you could be focused on receiving a promotion, a bonus. Some of you could be focused on buying a house. Some of you could be focused on selling a home or selling a vehicle or whatever it may be. Sometimes this can be about a loan. If you've applied for a loan, well, this is a good sign that you will get the loan, okay? Now, if you're trying to sell something, again, this is a good sign showing that you most definitely will be able to sell whatever it is you're selling. The same thing for promotions or, you know, landing a job opportunity. For me, I'm feeling that this is mostly work related. So some of you might have gotten promoted. Some of you might have gotten a raise in pay. Some of you might have gotten a bonus. Yeah. That's my feeling for most of you. But some of you will be focused on the sale, whether you're selling or you're buying. Okay, so it is clarified by the Two of Coins in reverse. Okay, so this is where we're literally doing a juggling act. Because we have so much going on. We have so many irons in the fire. This is kind of where we spread ourselves too thin, okay? And then we are not able to devote the proper amount of attention to the things, to the projects, whatever they are that we're doing, okay? And yeah, that's not good, because when we scatter ourselves like this and we spread ourselves so thin, we're not doing the best. And especially for those of you who may have potentially just gotten a promotion or just got, say, a new job opportunity, perhaps maybe there could be more responsibilities that you took on, and maybe it may be feeling like a heavy load. But this card is definitely about us having too many irons in the fire. And again, it's kind of like we're doing a juggling act. Sometimes we may have multiple jobs and we're literally spreading ourselves too thin. Sometimes this can be about having a job, and then we're having maybe some personal issues at home. Maybe we're having family issues, This can be many different things, but it's like we are trying to juggle too much. Now, ultimately, what we need to do is we need to pick one, and we need to focus our energy on one right now. Because as it sits, again, we are too scattered, we're too thinned out. And so this opportunity here is not getting the best of us. Yeah, and sometimes we can receive some disappointing information when we get this card. So let's definitely read further in and look at the details. Okay, this will be the recent past. So we have the Four of Cups. This is really a card of boredom, discontent, almost a card of dissatisfaction with your general lot in life, feeling like you're not satisfied, wanting more. This is a card where we go and reflect. Typically, this comes from, a situation in which we're not happy with. Sometimes it could be a relationship, romantic or platonic. Sometimes it could be a family situation. But as you see, she is staring at the water. She's looking at her reflection in the water. So she is reflecting on her emotions. Now she's actually missing an opportunity, because there is a cup being offered to her, but yet she doesn't want to look, because she is so engrossed in her own reflection in the water. And the water is symbolic of our emotions. So sometimes we can end up missing opportunities because we're too caught up in ourselves, going through, a discontenting period of our life. Now, sometimes this can be a fantastic opportunity that is being offered, but sometimes it can literally be a cup of bullshit rather than a cup of wine. So, but you won't know if you're not paying attention. And okay, so it's clarified by the Sun in reverse. So this would definitely indicate, for some of you, this could be speaking of your relationship or your marriage could literally be at a crossroads right now, where you may be trying to decide, should I continue? Is it worth me putting any more of my time, energy, love into this? Because it just doesn't feel like it's working out. So this card always indicates a delay in regards to whatever we're trying to achieve, accomplish, we're experiencing a delay. Sometimes this is us losing our optimism and our hope and our enthusiasm about something. And I would definitely recommend that we don't lose our hope. Don't lose your hope, your optimism, your enthusiasm. You need to look at it like this. Any delay that we experience in regards to achieving our goals, any delay we experience, it happens for a reason. Okay? So there's always a silver lining in that cloud. Always. And we can't always see it while we're going through it. Now, this is your past position, so some of you may be able to see where the silver lining was. And sometimes it may take a little bit more time. But every time we go through a delay, it does happen for a reason. But sometimes this can really get the better of us. And you know, perhaps that was the reason we were feeling so discontent and dissatisfied with our life, because we were experiencing frustrations and delays in regards to achieving a goal. You know, this could have been a relationship goal. This could have been a educational type of goal. This could have been a career type of goal. I mean, it could be many different goals that you're going after. Okay. So, this is the present, the here and the now energy. We have the Fool in reverse. So the Fool is the Uranus card. So Uranus rules Aquarius. So it's in the reverse position. So yeah, this is definitely indicating that we still desire this new start. We're still setting off like in a new direction, or we want to. Okay. Now, when we have the Fool in reverse, this is definitely indicating rebelliousness. We need to be very careful. We need to make sure that we're not saying thoughtless things. Sometimes impulsive comments can be made here. We need to make sure that we don't make thoughtless comments, or we want to make sure that our actions are not thoughtless as well. You know, there can be some recklessness here. So ultimately, in regards to a new start, new direction, you may be experiencing delays with a new start, okay? But don't let it get the better of you. Don't let the frustration get to you and make you super rebellious and potentially lashing out at people. And for some of you, it may not even be intentional. You may not even realize the cutting remarks that may fly out of your mouth. So, just something to try to think about, because sometimes it can really hurt those that are around us, and well, then this can just cause more problems. Okay, wow. So, oh, this card just does not want to go away. It just keeps showing up. So, yeah, we have the Five of Swords in reverse. This is our Venus in Aquarius card. Now, thankfully, it's in the reverse position, because in the upright position, it indicates deception. And in the reverse position, there is still a desire to start conflict, but there is no deception going on here. So that part is good. So there's no deception, but there is always a sneaky attitude with this card. So either in the upright position or reverse, it doesn't matter. It still equals sneakiness. So the question is if you're not sneaking around, who is? Sometimes this can be a card of sneaking around and ultimately having a desire to start conflict for other people. Now, this could be you on the receiving end, or this could be you on the giving end of this type of energy combined. So, yeah. Now, sometimes this card can indicate that you might be dealing with legal battles, a legal issue, excuse me. Now, if you're listening to this, if you don't have legal problems already, then that comment is not for you, okay? For those of you who are experiencing legal issues, you'll know this is pertaining to you. So, if there are legal issues, sometimes this can indicate an unethical victory or an empty victory. So, or it can be a victory where like you win, but it's not like what you thought it was going to be, you know? Like maybe you thought it was going to be awesome to win, but then you win, you're just like, you know, whatever. Now, sometimes this can indicate that we're going through a very tough emotional situation of sorts. And this card can also indicate gossip. So, someone could be gossiping about you, or you could be gossiping about someone else. Now, you'll know which side you fit in, and every Aquarius sun, moon, and rising is going to be different. Not everybody's going to be on the receiving end. Some people will be on the giving end. So, but if you do experience the gossip and you're on the receiving end of this gossip and the gossip is about you, just set the record straight, okay? Clear the air, set the record straight. If people believe you, great. If they don't, let them kick rocks, you know. They can find the door. Who cares, you know. Don't let them get to you, you know. We got too much going on. Don't let them get under your skin any more than they already have, you know. So just, you know, let it go. Be the bigger person, you know. I know it really sucks and it's hard sometimes, but, you know, karmically speaking, it helps us out. So, but yeah, definitely jump out there and clear the issue up if gossip does happen to come up. You know, and this gossip could even come up about someone that you know. And if that happens, you know, you might need to clear that up and relay the message. Just be, you know, careful on how we do it. Okay, Aquarius. We got the devil. This is the near future, so for most of you, this will be around mid-June. For some of you, you could already be going through this situation. For some of you, this will be taking place over the month of June. So, this is the near future. We have the devil. So the devil, we are dealing with addictions, obsessions, fears, and karmic toxic relationships. So, yeah. For me, I'm feeling that a lot of you are in relationships that are karmic. Now, when I speak of these relationships, not everybody's in a romantic relationship, but some of you are in a toxic friendship. Some of you have relationships with family members that are toxic, okay? And they're karmic. Now, you see this girl? She's all chained, but really she's not. She thinks she's stuck, but she's not. It's kind of like the fear has gotten a hold of her and she thinks I can't escape, but she can. Ultimately, she can slip her little wrist right out of that chain. But the fear keeps her there, because the devil is about bondage, you know. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll. The devil made me do it. Yeah. So, this can be about addictions. You know, the addiction could be to maybe fear. The addiction could be to tarot readings. The addiction could be to sex. The devil is a very sexualized card. So sex addictions are a real biggie for this card. But the addictions could also be something like shopping or social media, alcohol, recreational drugs, prescription medications. I mean, there are so many addictions nowadays. I mean, I could literally go on and on and on for hours. So, lots of addictions. Sometimes this card is about us having obsessions. Sometimes we can be obsessed with a certain way of thinking. Sometimes we can be obsessed with fear. Sometimes we can be obsessed to certain people. Sometimes we can be obsessed towards relationships. There can be so many obsessions as well. I could keep going and going and going. But this is where we need to face the darkness that we have, our shadow side. There we go, our shadow side. Now, some of you, this addiction, this obsession could be work. I mean, it could be many different things. But I'm feeling that there is an issue of a relationship, and that's for most of you. Okay, so it's clarified by the Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups is about us going on a spiritual quest. This man has literally stacked up these cups nice and neat, and he is walking away. So he is abandoning a situation. He is walking away from a situation. So perhaps maybe some of you might be walking away from a relationship. Maybe some of you are tired of being chained to fear. And you're deciding, you know what? I'm not going to be fearful anymore. I'm going to break away from this devil and I'm going to go on my spirit quest. Because ultimately the Eight of Cups is a spirit quest. This is about us wanting something with higher purpose, with a higher meaning. We want to see, is the grass greener on the other side? You know, can we find other things over here that we don't have over here? You know? But ultimately we want something with higher meaning. And for some of you, it's Saturn in Pisces, so some of you may be kicking some addictions. Okay, so this is your attitude. We have the Tower. Wow, so this is the card of the unexpected rude awakening. This is where we're completely shocked, blindsided. Although it's kind of hard to say that to Aquarius, right? Because you guys are used to changes. So, yeah, this is a change that comes out of left field. We're not expecting it. It breaks down structures. So, perhaps maybe you're wanting certain structures to be broken down. Some of you might. Some of you won't. Now, this card, it is about breaking down structures. This is also a very karmic card, and it is a card that clears our karma. So, it can be difficult, but it can also be a blessing. sometimes this is a very positive thing that's just shocking and unexpected. But for most, it's, seeing certain situations in our life that break down and they start falling apart. And the reason they break down and fall apart is this card helps us to remove ourselves out of a certain situation that we need to remove ourselves out of. Maybe some of you guys are just tired of the dumb shit, like, I gotta go. I can't be dealing with this crap no more. I gotta go. Bye-bye. Some of y'all may be going around waking some people up. Okay, so this is clarified by the Five of Wands in reverse. So this is a card of conflicts. But thankfully, it's a card of confusion, struggling, and conflicts. But thankfully, it is reversed. So this shows that there is an end to the conflicts and the struggles and the confusion. Sometimes this can be a mediator that comes in, or someone who can be helpful and give us advice, help us to see through that confusion. Sometimes this is a card of endless conflicts where we're constantly battling and bickering, and it's like it starts out with one argument and it literally spins into 500 other arguments, and then you're kind of like, why the hell did this even start to begin with? Because it can really spin out of control when it is indicating conflicts. It can be a whole lot of conflicts. Like, it seems like it's never ending, but it is ending. This is about when we sit down and we work it out constructively. We talk about it like we're mature and we have wisdom. We solve it constructively. So for some of you, this awakening could have been due to a conflict. Maybe some of you are experiencing or were experiencing some confusion, struggles, conflicts, maybe in a relationship, maybe in your home life, your personal life, your work, your career life. This could be in just about any aspect of your life. Every Aquarius sun, moon, and rising is different. So, and you'll know where it fits for you. Okay, so this is how other people see you. So we have the Three of Wands. This is a very positive card. This is a card of partnerships and cooperation. And for some of you, this could actually indicate travel. Maybe some of you will be traveling. Maybe some of you desire to go traveling. Sometimes this is indicating that we may have started a new job. Maybe some of us may have started a new creative type of project. And under this type of energy, someone could actually offer to help us. Whether that be financial backing or just emotional support, whatever it may be, there is an offer of help. And sometimes this can be about, a business partnership. But overall, it's very good. Very, very good. Okay, so we get the Empress to clarify. So for some of you, maybe the help comes from a mother, a stepmother, a mother-in-law, maybe even a grandmother, a supportive woman. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a woman, because in this day and age, things are a-changing. There are plenty of men that are nurturers in this world, and typically that's what the Empress is the nurturer. So men are capable, so yeah. This can be a man as well. More times than not it's a woman, but it can be a man. So just to throw that out there. But typically this does indicate that we have supportive women around us. Now, on occasion, this can indicate that someone in your family might soon be giving birth to a child. With other people looking at you this way, maybe some people may be looking at you like you might be giving birth. That'll resonate with a couple of you. It does not have to be a physical birth. That will resonate with a couple of you, but this could be a creative birth. So you might have a idea that seems kind of crazy on the surface, but it could be quite genius. Now the Empress is a card of harvest. So whether your focus is on love or finances, just know that the harvest is in and it's good. So if it's money you desire, then the money will come in. Opportunities for money will come in. Definitely. And this type of opportunity could be one that has to do something with water. Maybe you have to go across water. Maybe it has to do with the boat. This is also a card of resources coming in. Sometimes this can be actual resources, so financial funds. Sometimes this can be information as well. But no matter what, there's a wealth here, so there is a harvest. So again, you know, if it's finances, it's definitely there. If it is love that you desire in a partnership, a relationship, it looks like that is quite possible as well. Okay, so this would be the hopes and fears position. So we have the Justice card. So what is just? What is right? What is correct? Making good decisions, taking our time to weigh them, weighing the pros and cons, you know, doing what is right. So I'm automatically going to associate this as a hope. Okay, and then it's clarified by 5 of coins. So this is a card of trying times. This is also a card of potentially feeling like you might be left out in the cold. It can also be a card of financial bankruptcy or spiritual bankruptcy. Yeah, so that seems like a fear. So I feel like you guys would definitely be hoping that the right thing is done, but you're fearing being put out in the cold, bankruptcy, trying times, and being put out in the cold. You know, this could be in regards to relationships, emotions, you know, so it can go either way. Okay, so the final outcome is the 10 of coins. So this is a wonderful card. This is a card of not only money, but it's a card of wealth. It indicates large businesses, corporations, businesses that are very solid, very structured. This can also indicate those family type businesses that are handed down from generation to generation and provide several different generations with wealth. So for some of you, this could be indicating that you're focused on accomplishing this type of wealth. Maybe some of you are wanting a job for somewhere, working somewhere where you will not have to worry. You'll have the good benefits, you know, good insurance. It's really a very positive card, and it's all about our finances. I mean, a lot of times when this card comes up, we're not all going to be extremely wealthy, okay? But it can definitely be indicating that we will receive money, that we could be getting an increase of money. It could also be indicating a job for a business like this, a large corporation. But the focus is on finances and wealth. I mean, that's what you'd be focused on. Okay, so it is clarified by the King of Wands. So let me just jump into this real quick. So this King of Wands fellow here, first and foremost, this could be male or female. This could be an outside person. So this could be someone that you are actually dealing with in your life. Or this could be your energy, okay? And only you're gonna know, okay? So you be the judge. So the King of Wands in reverse. This man is lacking self-confidence. This man is insecure. He is unsure of himself. He has a tendency to just let things fall away because he's so insecure and unsure, and he is just lacking that self-confidence. There could be a lot of negative thoughts, negative self-talk with this card as well. Maybe you feel like you can't pull this off, like you'll never be able to achieve financial security and stability. Well, don't think like that, okay? If that just resonated with you, stop it right now. We do not need, that's self-sabotage. Don't do that. Life's hard enough as it is. We don't need to be self-sabotaging ourselves. I mean, come on. And if we're constantly focusing on everything that we're lacking and everything that we're not, you know, focus on what we are. Focus on the good things that we have. You know, we need to focus on what we are grateful and thankful for in our life. And trust me, do not be pessimistic and say you don't have anything to be grateful for. Because I can assure you, there are several things in your life that you should be grateful and thankful for. There are many things that we tend to take for granted in this world. Hey, for just one example right now. If you are watching this video, that means you have internet. That's a blessing. Do you know how many people in this world do not have the internet? They don't have a fancy little phone. We don't all have that blessing. We don't all have the blessing of a home computer, a fancy little phone, a smartphone, to watch these types of videos, okay? So don't get caught up in the pessimism, alright? And this king, in reverse, he's being pessimistic. Pessimistic as hell. Because he don't believe in himself. He doesn't. And when he is in the reverse position, he can sometimes be, he's always showing the worst side of his personality being in the reverse. But sometimes he can kind of be roaring like a lion, so to speak. But really, you need to remember that he's not no lion. He's just a cute little kitty cat, you know. It's where we can definitely be trying to scare people away, you know. But really, you're not as bad as you're trying to portray yourself to be. You know, very, very temperamental. Very, very temperamental. Feelings of inadequacy, a short fuse, hastiness. Yeah. Short fuse, hastiness, hasty comments, hasty actions. Yeah. But you need to realize that the only thing that's holding you back here, I mean, look, you have the 10 of coins. This is a blessing. The only thing that is holding you back is you and your self-limiting beliefs about yourself. Now, for some of you, this could be actually indicating an actual individual in your life that could be exactly everything that I just explained. And maybe they could be a buzzkill. Maybe they're killing your vibe. If so, you might want to take a break or escape this person. But I'm feeling that for a lot of you, this is how you're feeling. And don't stop the self-sabotage, Aquarius. Stop. Just stop. Okay? Stop doubting yourself. Stop being pessimistic. There's no need to be insecure. You know? I totally understand the short fuse, but don't feel inadequate. You can do it. You can pull it off. We all experience setbacks and delays in life, okay? It's normal. It's not about what we go through. It's about our reaction and how we handle it, okay? And I don't want to see you guys self-sabotaging yourself, doing the negative self-talk and talking yourself down. Don't do that. Believe in yourself. I believe in you. Okay? And I'm serious. You need to believe in yourself. Okay. Bottom of the deck. We have the Knight of Cups. So, generally, this is someone who brings us messages. These could be messages of a romantic nature, or these could be messages of an encouraging type of nature. Sometimes this can be about developing a relationship, but developing a relationship truly from our heart, okay? Sometimes it can be about bringing an issue of the heart closer to us. Sometimes this is about going through certain situations that make us open our heart and to look at our deepest feelings. And I think we need to do that. Especially if you're doing this self-sabotaging negative talk. It's time to get in the feels, Aquarius. I'm sorry, but it's time. Because you don't need to be treating yourself like that. That's awful. Come on. You're making yourself out to be way worse than you are. And you gotta stop that. You gotta stop. Like I said, I believe in you. I need you to believe in you. Okay. I love you guys, but dang. I cannot have you guys all doing this self-sabotage. Okay, but for some of you, this can indicate the beginning of a romance. So some of you could receive a communication, you know. Might be an email, a letter, a text message, a personal message, you know, whatever it may be. Maybe some of you receive some gifts. For some, you know, this could be indicating a proposal of some sort. You know, maybe it's a proposal for a job. And if it is a job, it would be something more along the lines of art, hospitality, music. Yeah. Or the imagination. Yeah. Okay. So this is clarified by the Four of Coins. So this is the card of a firm foundation. This is about us having financial security. This man has his savings. He's worked his ass off to get it. Sometimes this man and this card can come across like he is being selfish or stingy with his money, even though that's really not his intention. It's just some people may look at him that way because he's not going to just start handing his money out to everybody like, here you go, here you go, here you go. He had to work his ass off to get it. So he's not just going to hand it to just anybody just because you want it, you know. But overall, this is a card of being focused on maintaining or accomplishing this whole financial security. You want that financial security to take care of yourself and to take care of your family. And yeah, so maybe some of you might actually receive a job offer or just offered a job offer. Maybe for some of you it's within, you know, the hospitality type of area. Maybe it's music, poetry, art, something that has to do with the imagination, or creative type of writing. Creative writing would be another one. Uranus, so you know you could be a blogger. In this day and age, you could be a vlogger. But we can't do anything if we're being self-sabotaging, okay? Okay, so I know I shared these with you guys last month because not everybody got them, because I literally got them right at the end of the readings last month. So I'm pretty sure that Capricorn, you guys, and Pisces got to have these cards done. So yes, I am going to pull them again, and I am going to be reading from this book again, because yes, I have not got them fully memorized yet. I am working on that. I mean, when it comes to the regular tarot, I got this. I've been doing it for over 20 years, but to put it in the context of a positive affirmation, that would take me a little while. And eventually I will probably put my own spin on it, if this is something that you guys like, okay? You know, so if you do like these cards being put in the positive affirmation, positive context, please let me know in the comments if this is something you like and you'd like to continue seeing them. And then I will definitely make it a point to work harder, to memorize, and then personalize these a little bit better. Okay? Alright, let's jump into it. So the first one is 5 of Air. Tension and conflict. Conflict is a good way to see my motives and intentions. I can use this experience to grow into a more authentic version of myself. It's not important to win. It's important to have integrity. Other people have different ways of thinking and may not always be in agreement with me. I open to this opportunity to live and let live. Now this card is the same card as 5 of Swords. Okay. 5 of Earth. Which we have right here. So we got 5s. We got plenty of 5s. So these are definitely indicating transition periods where we're definitely going through some major changes. Alternative forms of abundance. The illusion of lack. Overlooked treasures. All is not as it seems. So this is a time to look again. A change in perception can bring into focus the results I sought, just in a different form than I expected. I am called to move away from poverty consciousness and open my eyes to treasure before me that are suddenly illumined. The illusion of wealth gives way to true abundance. There is no need to fear that the rug will be pulled out from underneath me. What we draw attention to grows. I count my blessings and realize I have far more than I thought. I have come far in my quest for building up what I need, and even more opportunities for experiencing abundance await. Now see, this really makes a whole lot of sense here. This is a way to correct it. Four of Earth. Ownership. The beauty of divine order. Trusting in a solid foundation. Four of Earth is Four of Pentacles. Four of Coins. Even if I feel shaken up and am unable to understand why things happen as they do, I know for certain that divine order manifests in all aspects of my life. What I have built rests on a solid foundation, so there is no need to fear. While it is true that nothing is permanent in the material world, I find security in the existence of a divine plan. Spirit is always there to remind me that I am exactly where I am meant to be for my highest good and the highest good of all, and that I have always have abundance available to me. And then the final one is Eight of Fire. Gathering momentum, celebrating swift changes, travel, and transformation. Momentum is building as the power of Spirit serves to power this transformation. I am traveling to new territories, and I am eager to express all that these lands have to offer. I have arrived at my destination, and now the adventure of discovery is energizing me. So, I love that personally, but you know, to each his own. I want your guys' opinion, so. Okay, so here we are. Love Oracle cards. This is for the single Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. So the first one, give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. So for some of you who are single, maybe you were in a relationship. Maybe this relationship ended. Maybe not all hope was lost. Maybe the reason why things were not working out was because perhaps maybe you did not fully commit. Maybe you did not allow your feelings to truly be seen. Maybe you didn't fully express your feelings, and maybe this added to the problems within the relationship. So this could be indicating the relationship that you left, not all hope is lost. It could actually be corrected, but the power to do so is in your hands instead of the other person's hands. Soulmate, yes, this is your soulmate. So for some of you, this is actually going hand in hand. Okay, but then for some of you, this could be, especially for those of you who are interested in a relationship and are single, and maybe you've been questioning, I wonder if I ever will find someone to be happy with. Will I ever find a soulmate? Well, then this card pops up to say you absolutely will, but it will occur naturally, so don't push, you know. It will, divine timing, okay? Divine timing. Okay, so this is for the Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs that are married or in a relationship. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. So, yeah, for some of you, this is to the point you need to free yourself, or you want to free yourself. For some of you, maybe you might feel like you're trapped within your relationship. This could even be about a work situation, okay? For some of you, maybe you might feel trapped in both. But, you know, there's kind of a little bit of illusion here, because you don't have to be trapped. This is about, we need to take back control of our life. You need to grab those reins, you know, and pull them. Come on, you're in control. I mean, this is a little unicorn sitting inside of this little cage. Come on. If this unicorn really wanted to get out, it could jump right over this cage. Just like you're not really trapped. You're only as trapped as you allow yourself to be. But, you know, overall, this card can be about us feeling like we are being smothered or suffocated within a relationship. Okay? Yeah. For those of you who that is meant for, you will receive it. Oh, ow, okay. Deception. Someone's wearing a false self mask in this relationship. So again, this is a card of not telling the whole entire truth. Sometimes this can be something that is rather innocent. Maybe you feel like you're withholding something from your significant other or your spouse because you think it might hurt their feelings. But really, a lie is still a lie. Whether you think you're doing it to prevent hurting someone's feelings or not, it's better to know the truth. Sure, the truth can hurt, but lies hurt a lot worse. So you could either be in the receiving end of the deception, or you could be on the giving end of it. And if you're on the giving end of it, it's because you're not telling the complete truth about something. Maybe you feel that they won't understand. Maybe you feel they won't accept you. Maybe you think that you're gonna hurt their feelings. You know, this can be for many different reasons. You know, and for some of you, maybe you're even deceiving yourself. So that might be a little something to meditate, reflect on. Wedding. This situation involves marriage. So this could definitely be indicating that if you're in a relationship and you've been in a relationship for a while, you know, if you've been having questions like, I wonder if we'll ever get married, well, this card could definitely be indicating that. Now, this card could also be indicating that perhaps maybe you're already married and maybe you might be experiencing some issues within the marriage where it's gotten kind of rocky. So, if that is resonating, then, we might want to seek out some counseling if this is plausible for you. But counseling can help. Sometimes this can indicate that a divorce is about to occur or about to begin, either for you or maybe for your parents. Or this could simply be indicating that you just might be getting an invitation to a wedding soon. So yeah, that's got a very wide, varied meaning. It goes all over the place, but wedding is the main theme of this card, and marriage. So for some it's about getting married, for some it's about a marriage falling apart, whether it's yours or your parents, and some it's about getting a divorce. Okay, and then the final one is release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So for some of you who are in relationships, maybe even a couple of you who are married, if you have not gotten over your ex, this card is popping in to call you out, okay? This card is trying to let you know you need to get over that person. You need to let go of that person, because ultimately it's like that person is still within your aura, your auric field, okay? And your partner or your spouse, they can almost sense that that person's still in your aura, so to speak. And this can cause problems in our relationships. This can also cause problems as far as us not truly giving our all in a relationship, because you're still holding on to that ex and their energy, and maybe you're holding on to hope. But stop. Because this card is showing up. If you're already with somebody else and you've still been pining for this ex, maybe you're just in a relationship trying to kill time. No, don't do that. Come on. Because this card is calling you out and saying you need to release the ex. And that means you're not getting the ex back. It's not going to work. It's not meant to be. Okay? So the sooner that you surrender and let it go, the better off you'll be. Okay. Sorry, I'm not trying to be tactless or anything. You guys get me. You're one of the few signs that truly get me, so we'll be alright. Now again, come on, Aquarius. Don't beat yourself up. Don't be self-sabotaging. You need to believe in yourself. Like I said, I believe in you, and you can have this job. You can have this promotion. Whatever this card is representing for you in regards to wealth and finances, you can have it, okay? Don't tell yourself otherwise. Don't do it. Believe in yourself and know that you can have it. I believe in you. I love you guys. And I will talk to you next month. I'm sending you blessings of healing, prosperity, and love.